Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, 2 dice are going to control what I read. So this dice board I originally got from Court. She created this board and I stole it. So I am going to be using this board that she created in my video today. I did replace all of the books with books from my physical TBR. There are some books that are going to be on here multiple times just because it was very random with the selection process. I literally had my list of books and used a number generator to pick the books randomly to put on here. And if it was a book in a series, I picked the most recent book that I was on in the series, and sometimes multiple books in the series got chosen. So that ended up having the book that I'm currently on in the series on there multiple times. Like, I want to say Clockwork Angel is on there like 3 times. Because I just kept getting Shadowhunters books, and that's where I'm at in my read of the series. So that book is on there quite a bit, and so it's probably a high chance that I might get that book. So anyways, I'm going to be rolling 2 6-sided die. The first die will be row and the second one is column, and with handy dandy Google dice roller I can roll 2 dice at once and we can see where we will be picking from. I'm hoping for something not too long, so we'll see, but I definitely wanted to shout out Court for the board and video idea, and Kindle for telling me to do this video when I saw that she filmed it a few months ago. So with that, let's go ahead and get on into the rolls and see where we're going to end up on the board. So let me give myself some room to put things on the screen. So the board will be over here, the dice will be over here, and let me... Okay, so we got row 6, column 4. So row 6, column 4 is Duskbound. Okay, this is the second book in the Esperithian trilogy, and so this is where I'm at in the series. I read book 1 earlier this year, so this is my sign and cue to read this book. So I don't know if this is still on Kindle Unlimited because the entire series has been picked up trad, and this is obviously the indie version, and I think this book literally just came out, like the trad version, so I don't know if it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I will have to look that up. So fingers crossed that it is, because I do have to go to work and I'm gonna need something to read today. So we'll see if this book is on Kindle Unlimited really quickly. Saved by my library because they did actually take Duskbound off of Kindle Unlimited, but my library had a copy of the ebook and the audiobook. So I will be starting this today. I am running so behind this morning, so I am going to go ahead and leave so I can head to work, and I will give you some sort of update on Duskbound this evening when I get home from work. But I wanted to give my update on Duskbound really quickly for my first day of reading, and I made it a okay chunk of the way in. No, I didn't get super far. I'm currently on chapter 14, which is page 133, so didn't get as much reading of this done today as I would have liked. I also was just on sprints, and again didn't get as much reading done as I would have liked because I was trying to edit a video that went up tonight as well, so definitely did not read as much as I would have liked, but I am hoping to get more of this read tomorrow. I am enjoying it so far. It does pick up from what I remember right where Riftborn left off, and so thankfully the authors did, at least in this copy anyway. I don't know about in like the traditionally published one, but in this copy there is a previously in Riftborn little few pages that basically summarizes what happened in Riftborn, and so that was really helpful to jog my memory since it has been like 7-ish months since I read Riftborn. But I am excited to continue reading this. I am enjoying it. I'm interested to see where it's gonna go. I'm definitely hooked so far in what's happening, and I'm definitely curious and intrigued. So I will be continuing this tomorrow, but I am getting ready to go to bed. I do have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead, get ready for bed, and I will talk to you guys more than likely sometime tomorrow. Also, before I forget, I had a part package to unbox, which I know, it's kind of a problem. It's like, how many of these sweatshirts do I need? Clearly an infinite amount is not enough. I am still not over it, and I fear that I won't be for a while. I really like the brand. I don't know what else to tell you guys. But they recently had their polka dot collection, and at first I was like, I don't really know if I'm gonna partake in the polka dot collection, just because some of the teasers that I was seeing I wasn't like a huge fan of, but there were a couple things that I saw that I really liked, so I did grab a few things. First thing starting with is these shorts. So these are the denim and white polka dot boxer shorts. These are so stinking cute. They are like navy blue polka dot. Stop, those are literally so cute. These are so cute. And I did get size large in these. In the previous pant bottoms from Park, I've gotten extra large, and I find that those are just a tiny bit too big. So I did go with a large this time. And so I got those. And then I also got these shorts as well. These are the same shorts, but in black. So these are the black polka dotted boxer sweat short in the heritage material. And these are so cute, like with my black mock neck that I have. Stop, so cute. And then also too, I do have like a denim, like plain denim mock neck that doesn't have any on it at all that could potentially match these. I'll have to double check and make sure that the colors match, because I know sometimes the colors are a little bit different, but these are so cute. And then I did get one mock neck. I was able to get everything that I wanted, and so I just got the matching polka dot mock neck to match the polka dot shorts. So this does have like polka dots in the letters, which is super cute, which my denim one that I have currently doesn't have like anything on it at all. So it's just plain, and it is a fleece one, but this one is like the heritage material. So it's like terry cloth almost, and not fleece. So it's like a lighter weight, which this one that I'm currently wearing is like fleece. But anyways, so picked this up, super excited to wear the shorts. I feel like I'm more excited about the shorts than the mock neck, because these are like literally so stinking cute, and you can tell the difference like next to each other. But stop, these are so cute. Cannot wait to wear these. But anyways, thought I'd give my little Park unboxing really quickly before starting to get ready for bed. So with that, I will talk to you for real this time tomorrow. Hello, I don't have a reading update because I have not read anything in Duskbound today. I'm still in the exact same spot, so we're not here for that. But I do have my aardvark box to unbox, so I'm gonna do that, and then I will be hopping on sprints here in a second to hopefully get some reading done, because I need to get some reading. I really would like to finish Duskbound today. We'll see if that can happen. I do still have like 4/5 of the book, so we'll see if that happens. But let's get into my aardvark pick for August. I think I only got one book. Yes. Okay, so I got Lost and Found by Tara DeWitt, and it's so funny because I literally have this entire series now, but like the first book I just have randomly in paperback that I like randomly bought, and then the rest of the books I have been getting from Aardvark, and that's so fun. I have really enjoyed this series, and it is signed, and I'm excited to get into this. I feel like I'm probably going to want to reread this series at some point, but I am super excited to have this. I love the cover and like the blue ombre spine. I think it's so pretty, and it will look so good up on my, which you can't see it from this angle, but up on my like hardcover romance shelf. So super excited for that. And then of course in the box we've got the little card that it comes with that has the Instagram challenge on it. And then of course we've got, this is the bookmark for this month, and I love the hot pink. I think that's so cute. And then on the back it says, got a bookmark idea, email us. And it's like this stunning like teal color that is like so pretty. So super excited to have this and super excited to read this. And yeah, so I'm going to go so I can join sprints and I can start reading, and I'll talk to you guys probably once I have an update on Duskbound, potentially when I get around halfway. Duskbound by Bree Greenwich and Parker Lennox, and I'm rating this book 4 stars. I feel like this book was a pretty solid sequel. It felt very purposeful. I will say this does have the whole like bait and switch sort of thing in it. I read book 1 in this series back in January, and I thought it was okay. I thought it was like fine. I think I rated it like 3.5 stars, and I definitely feel like I liked this one a little bit better than Riftborn. This one felt a bit more purposeful in the way that the plot was going to me. I really felt like we got to see Fia kind of come more into who she is as a person, as well as like really learning a lot about herself and kind of what she stands for, and like really just getting to know her as an individual, and I really liked that. I also liked the setting of this. I liked the things that were happening. This one, I will say, did feel like it did kind of drag in some places, but overall I feel like this was a pretty strong second book, and I'm definitely excited for book 3 to see how this trilogy is going to end and how things are going to wrap up. However, I do know that I need to read The Ascended, I believe, before reading the next book, which I know like most people are saying that you need to read the first 2 books in this before you go into The Ascended. So I am going to read them in like the order as they're coming out, I guess. But I am happy that I read this. This has obviously been on my TBR, I think, since like February. This was a TBR vet, so I'm super excited to have read this and now have gotten it off my TBR. So with that, it's time to pick the next book that we're going to reading. I hope it's something that's going to be a little bit more like, not necessarily cozy, but it has been storming today, so I'm wanting something that's going to kind of match those like stormy weather vibes. So maybe something short and sweet, and I know that me saying that is literally probably going to jinx me, so I'm going to throw up the screen recording of the dice and we will see what I'm reading next. Okay, so we got row 1, column 3. Okay, so row 1, column 3 is The Book of Night by Holly Black. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna have to find it. I don't know where it is. Okay, I found it. It was wrapped up from a video that I filmed like back in December for Bookmas. So I have The Book of Night by Holly Black here. This book is pretty short, and I want to say that this is a standalone, but I don't know. I feel like I am not super interested in this book, but also too, I don't remember what this book is about because I feel like it's been on my shelves for so long. This book was published in 2022, and I feel like it has been on my shelves pretty much since then, so I feel like it'll be good to get this one off. But I literally don't know what this is about. Clearly I had an interest in it at one point or I would not have purchased it, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm gonna think about this. And like I said, it's pretty short. It's like just over 300 pages, so I'm definitely feeling like this one could be a quick read, and hopefully it's perfect for the weather outside and the vibes that I'm trying to go for. I have been reading the Book of Night. I'm just over about a quarter of the way through. I'm currently on page 91, which is the start of chapter 12. And so far, this book is not super intriguing to me. So I will say, like, I'm interested a little bit, but I'm definitely not obsessed with it. So basically we're following this girl, Charlie. She works as a bartender and she lives in this apartment with her sister and her boyfriend Vince, and we are getting chapters in Charlie's past as well as her present. And we find out that Charlie is a former con artist. So one of her mom's boyfriends from like when she was younger got her into essentially conning people and taught her how to essentially be this like thief. And so Charlie has now retired and is working as a bartender until she ends up coming across this dead body and is like so confused as to what's happened. And she starts looking into it a little bit and brings up some people, some dangerous people from, I guess, like acquaintances of people who are from her past, and they are essentially looking for something that she doesn't have, and I guess she's going to steal it from these people, or at least that's like what I'm understanding. And so it seems like it's going to potentially be a heist of some sort. But also too, like, this book is supposed to be like a fantasy book, and it's not super fantastical. It's more like a magical realism or like urban fantasy, but it's really not even urban fantasy, really. I mean, it is, because it's like set in like today's world, but there's no like vampires and stuff like that. But like basically there is magic in this world, and it has to deal with like your shadow. So like people will steal people's shadows, or they'll like modify their shadows, or like things like that. And so that's like really the only like magical element. And I guess there's like magical artifacts, but like it's not like vampires and werewolves and things like that. So I don't know. So far it's fine. I'm not loving it. I'm not hating it. I'm not obsessed with it. So I don't know. I feel like it does kind of remind me a little bit of Ninth House, which I did actually DNF Ninth House, but this feels like similar vibes to that. But I feel like I'm into this one a little bit more than I was Ninth House. Plus also this one is a lot shorter. So I don't know. I'm like intrigued enough to keep going. Do I think this will be a favorite book of all time? No. Do I think that I will have this book on my shelf after I get done with it? Also no. So we'll see. I am going to continue reading. Hopefully it gets better. I don't know. Or maybe stays the same. I don't know. It could also surprise me and I could end up loving it by the end, but I'm 90 pages in and I'm just not amazed by it. So we'll see. I am going to keep reading, and I will probably update you again on this book once I finished it. I am hoping to finish it sometime this evening. So Kendall actually sent me a message on Instagram and told me to go check my mailbox. So I did. And so she got me this for my birthday, which is so sweet. So literally, honestly, thank you, Kendall, so much for getting this for me. Literally, you did not have to give me anything. I am like so beyond grateful, and I will have already messaged you by the time you see this video clip, but literally just like thank you again from the bottom of my heart. It literally means so much to me. And so let's see what she got. Okay, Between Tides and Thunder by Lena Kazak. And then it has like the little like gift certificate and note, and it says, happy birthday, hope you have, oh, that's crazy. Navy, your birthday's not until October. Happy birthday, Bailey, I hope you have a day as wonderful as you, and a 5-star to boot, from Kindle. She got me Between Tides and Thunder by Lena Kazak, and I've been seeing this, I think Cassidy had originally talked about this, and so that is where I found this, but I am super excited to read this. And it looks like it's enemies to lovers, and either arranged marriage or marriage of convenience, and love that. And it's fantasy romance, so super excited to read this. It says, she was raised to hate him, now she shares his bed. She expects a prince, she gets the dark commander. Hey, sounds good to me. So I'm super excited to read this, and Davey keeps telling me that I need to shut up, so I'm gonna stop talking to you, and I will update again probably later once I finish the Book of Night. Like, I literally cannot believe he's been in here telling me that I need to shut up. That's crazy, baby. Book of Night by Holly Black, and what an odd little story. This was strange. Yeah, I don't think I was the right audience for this. I feel like this was odd. Like, this was just very strange. It was giving sort of like magical realism, but also kind of like low-key giving like monster romance at its core, based on like the ending, and I definitely do not see myself reading the next book. It is just a duology, I believe, and the next book is out already, but I don't see myself continuing. I don't care that much. It was like fine, I guess. I'm rating it 2 stars. Definitely not for me, I don't think. This was just very like odd. It was like boring at the same time. I feel like the premise was there, but the execution wasn't, and I almost feel like if this would have been written by like V.E. Schwab, I feel like maybe, you know, I kind of would have liked it a little bit more, but I don't know. I just didn't really resonate with this book. So 2 stars to this, and I will be unhauling this at the end of the month. So yeah, but that is another book off of my TBR. So let's go ahead and roll the dice and see what I will be starting tomorrow, because I am getting ready to go to bed because it is almost midnight. Row 4, column 1. Row 4, column 1. Okay, this is Whispers of You by Catherine Cowles. I am so excited to start this book. This is the first book in the Lost and Found series, and I've been making my way through Catherine Cowles' backlist this year. So far, she is my most read author of the year. Her and Claire Kingsley, I have to say, are probably my 2 top read authors this year, just because I have absolutely been loving romantic suspense this year, and so I'm super excited to get into this. I think this one also is romantic suspense. I think that's pretty much everything that Catherine Cowles writes, so I'm super excited to get into this tomorrow. It is a pretty short book, it looks like. This one looks like it's just under 325 pages, so I definitely will be starting this in the morning. I'm excited to get to this, and hopefully I'm going to enjoy it. So I don't really know what this is about. It just says, one night a single moment cost me everything, and so yeah, I don't want to read too much into it, but I am super excited to get into this. So this is what I will be reading next. Feels like morning, and it's definitely not, but I did spend some time this morning working on my reading journal and getting it updated and things, since I have had such a problem with doing my spreads before the month officially starts. So I did go ahead and do my August spread and went ahead and added in the books that I've read so far this month, but that doesn't really have anything to do with this video and what's going on in it. However, I did start Whispers of You by Catherine Cowles this morning. As we all know, guys, I'm eating this book up. It's so good. Literally, the prologue had me on the edge of my seat when I tell you guys that Catherine Cowles is my queen mother of romantic suspense. Like, I mean that. Like, I just love her books. They're so good. They're so suspenseful. And the prologue in this had me literally running around screaming I'm scared, because I was so like anxious about what was gonna happen. Like, we started out with suspense like right out the gate, and literally I was like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen? Like, I literally had to put the book down a couple times because I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous for what's about to happen, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It is so good so far, and like literally I've been sitting here watching sprints, and I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm about to get off the sprints because I don't need the sprints. I am obsessed with this, so I need to like literally sit down and just read it, and I'm absolutely flying through it. We just had a 45-minute sprint, and I literally read like 70 pages in 45 minutes. I'm flying through this. I am loving it, and I am getting ready to continue reading. Like, I am just having the best time with this book, and so I am going to keep going, continue reading, but I did need to give my update that I started this. I'm loving it. I am currently on chapter 16, which is page 113. So in this book we're following Ren and we're following Holt, and this is a second chance romance, but there is no past present timeline, which I'm loving. It is flashbacks because both of our characters have gone through something very traumatic, and we are getting flashbacks to seeing what happened during this thing. So like in the prologue we get what happened, and obviously I don't want to tell you because I want it to be a surprise if you do decide to pick this up, because I had no idea, and like I said, I was like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? Oh my gosh, like I'm so nervous for what's happening. And so we see them as they're together when they were teenagers. They're like high school sweethearts, and Holt is 2 years older than Ren, and so they end up in this situation one night, and then we find out that they have broken up, and it has been 10 years since the incident happened. And so now Holt is back in town after his dad has had a heart attack and broke his leg, and we see Ren while she is still living in this town, and she is now a dispatcher. So if you like the TV show 911, I feel like this could be a book for you, because it's definitely giving like season 2 of 911 type energy and vibes when Jennifer Love Hewitt came to the show. And honestly, it's just so good. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying seeing their dynamic now that they are back, because you can definitely still tell that they are very much still in love with each other, and so I want them to obviously work it out, and I'm excited to see how they do that. But I am absolutely eating this book up, and I probably won't talk to you again until I finish it, because I feel like once I start this book back again, I'm gonna be that immersed that I'm not gonna want to put it down. Like, this is such a popcorn read that I'm just having the best time. I'm sucked in. I love it here. I love it here. And I did already order book 2, so I will be continuing the series, of course. But I want to say this is a completed series, and I think it follows all the siblings in the Hartley family, if I'm not mistaken. Potentially, not sure, don't quote me on that, but loving this. I'm gonna go so I can keep reading, and I'll talk to you again probably once I'm finished. Finished Whispers of You by Catherine Cowles, and I'm rating this book 4.5 stars. This book was so good. I just love romantic suspense. I don't know, like I just feel like it hits every time, and I feel like Catherine Cowles just really knows how to write a suspenseful romance. Like, it's literally so just fun, because I feel like it gives you those elements of like a thriller and like a mystery, but it's a romance. And I feel like that is sometimes why I struggle with mystery thrillers, is because there's not like a romance in it. And I know that sounds like kind of crazy, but I mean, I do tend to like mystery thrillers, but I feel like this is just like my perfect combination of mystery and thriller and like suspense with a romance aspect, because I just love that while this is a romance book, there is an external kind of tension or like plot of some sort going on. And I don't know, I just had such a good time. I really enjoyed this. I will say the reason that this did not get a 5-star is because I did feel like there were bits and pieces of it that were a bit predictable, but I will say like the main perpetrator of like the book definitely was a shock to me. Like I definitely was so surprised at who ended up being like the mastermind behind everything. Like that really shocked me. Like I was actually so surprised, but I feel like some of the things leading up to it were not as surprising to me. I don't know. And so that is just kind of why I didn't give it 5 stars, but I did really enjoy this. I was so excited to pick this up, and once I picked it up, like I did not want to put this down. This book was so good and definitely such a popcorn read, so fast paced. She kind of throws you right into the story, and I really liked that. And so I definitely will be continuing on with the series. I'm so excited to have read this, but I will say this is the last book that I will be reading for this video. I thought about potentially reading one more, but I don't have time if I want to get this video edited. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have all of my social media linked in the description. If you've made it to this point in the video, leave the compass emoji to let me know that you made it. And thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.